All right, guys. I've had a lot of requests lately on how to fill out this form on the loan discharge process. So here's just a little quick update, guys. Everything's here. Literally, all you have to do is input your information. It's very simple. Your name, your address. Keep this right here the same. I guess the biggest issue on this is right here. So this is just kind of a template that I use. So anytime you're doing these instruments, you're supposed to keep a record and create a unique ID number. So this is just your first, middle, last initial. I got some zeros. That's the year, 2025. You can put any numbers you want right here as long as you kind of have a running tally and you have a record of them. And in this one, once again, I just started at 101 and I live in Texas. So you can do 101, your state, 200, whatever you want. Just make sure that every time you do one, it's got the next number or a different number. So that's just your unique ID number that you're creating for your document. And this, of course, is just the date that you created. Of course, whatever the amount is that you're sending right there, pay the order of, like I said, you just delete Ford Motor Credit, keep that period right there, but put whatever bank you're sending to, without recourse, keep that there. And then whatever your amount is, put it in words. I like to make the numbers round numbers. I don't like to do like 801 and 43 cents. I just go up to the next even number. And then of course right here, just put the account number that's associated with it. And this is just where you sign it. Now, it has a spot where you can do a notary. If you want to wait to sign this in front of a notary, you can. You can do this. You just put the notary fills this in, right here. You got to make sure you put your name right here. And the notary, of course, fills all this out. You don't have to get it notarized. I've done it both ways. I don't think it matters. If you want to get it notarized, you can. If you don't, you can just delete all of this. You don't have to have that on there. All this stays the same. That's really it, guys. I think the biggest issue was this stuff right here, the unique ID number and the notary spot. That's all you do. And the other tip I like to do is I like to get a heavyweight paper, like a 20-pound paper. You can go to Office Max or Staples or Amazon and just get a thicker kind of certificate kind of paper. So when you print it out, it's thicker, it's more official. And then of course, you don't include that stuff. And that's just kind of the basic. So guys, that's really it. So, get you a good heavy stock, fancy paper, something that'll go through your printer. Don't get anything too thick, just, thicker than your normal paper. Like I said, you can get it on Amazon, super cheap, and in the office supply stores. But that's it, just your information, who you're sending it to, the amount right there. You got to create a unique ID number, put the date, write it out in words, account number, and sign it. Whether you do a notary or not, of course, don't sign it until you're in front of the notary. But that's it. That's all this form is. So it's not really hard. Let me see if I can pull up the subrogation. So let's see. I don't know if this is the court one. Yeah, this is the court version. Let me find it. Let's see, what do we got here? Why can't I find it? CUSIP. So guys, when you get a CUSIP, once you get your CUSIP, you can send your notice to the bank that not only did you get the proof that they monetize your payment, then you're giving them notice that you have proof of everything. Here's the CUSIP, and here it is. All right, guys. So on this certified mail number, this is the number you're going to use for mailing this document. This is, of course, you change the date and who you're sending it to, your reference number for the account, notice to agent, notice to principal, notice to agent. This simply means that whoever gets it, it's notice to everyone. And this is where they usually send you a response rejecting your payment, saying they can't accept it. Well, this is you writing, you can edit all this stuff. This is kind of a bland, this is normally what happens. So I got your letter on this date where they rejected my document as a negotiable instrument, declined to accept it. You put your ID number that you put for that payment. Now you're demanding return to the original coupon. And then once you have that CUSIP, this is where we're going to give you this information, and you got to change this information according to your CUSIP results. So we're letting them know that, hey, I have proof that not only did you accept my mailing, you can add in here what days they received your certified mail of your payment. And then you just change the information that I get it, and now I have proof that you guys securitized it, which means now they're not the holder in due course of the original promissory note, and they can't demand payments from you. So you request all this stuff. You say, hey, within 20 calendar days, I want the complete ledger, on balance, off balance, full verified accounting, and then you're going to threaten to sue them and the CEO and their spouse. If you can find their name, great. If not, just put spouse and anyone benefiting from this financial scam, and you send this off. And what this does, as a notice of impartiality, notice of subrogation, you're showing them that you have all the proof that you need, that they most likely will not be able to sue you. And that's kind of the goal of the scenario is send the payment, get the CUSIP, you get all the proof. And when I send this, I attach copies of the CUSIP report, of the certified mailings of when they received my coupon, a copy of the coupon, and of course, I said copy of that CUSIP report and everything. So you attach all this to that, and you give them 30, 60 days. And then from there, they shouldn't be able to sue you. The worst case scenario, they sell it to a debt collector. And that's fine. That's an easy case to win. And in my, history, I would say 25% of my cases, used to go to court. So it's not always guaranteed they'll sue you. And especially with something like this, they're probably just going to throw up their hands. And if you're doing this for a vehicle, that's when they usually send, a 1099-C process. So guys, this is a quick video on how to fill out the template, how to fill out this notice, and have fun, guys. Talk to you later.